Hey friends, one thing just off the top of the bat, I just saw a cardinal. I went to grab my microphone and the cardinal just locked eyes with me through the window. Made me feel pretty good. This is one that's important for today. One thing I want to tell you first though. There comes a time when you have to be seen and heard. And maybe for a lot of us, we are used to the version of ourselves that isn't seen or heard, that isolates ourselves, that doesn't feel safe in our own skin, that is afraid to speak up because other people might not agree. That version of ourselves is in our old life. It's in our past life. And the current life we're moving into, that we are right on the precipice of our new life, right on the precipice of our new life. But our body hasn't caught up with the changes. And because our body hasn't caught up with the changes, we have these recurring thought loops that just aren't beneficial for us. What am I talking about? There's a point of time before you enter a new stage of life where your environment has changed. You have shifted. Everything around you has changed. You've left the relationship. You've left the situation. You quit your job. You got the internship. You did the thing. You put yourself out there. You made the video. You performed the thing. But your body has to catch up. Your nervous system has to catch up. We've talked about this before, right? In past situations, you are in fight or flight every day, survival mode constantly, right? Your nervous system was always anxious and unsafe, and you were always so scared and frightened. And then you switched environments because you realized that you deserve better. And when you switch these environments and you move through this, from this situation to a new situation, your nervous system still needs the time to integrate that, still needs time to heal. You are not fully healed just because you've healed your situation, right? And so what happens on the precipice of your new life when you are about to enter this phase that is going to be the most brilliant phase of your life, and then you don't understand why things aren't fully aligning? It's because our nervous system is still stuck in that old space, and we have to do the work to actually heal from those feelings and actually integrate the experience, okay? So, when you are standing in that doorway about to walk into your new life, there is a point where you get stuck because the old thought loops that used to go through your mind over and over again that are like second nature for you, they haven't left. And although you have witnessed a lot of new things, a lot of great things, and you can see that your potential is so much higher than you once thought, there is that work that you now have to do to really push through and overcome those thoughts. These thought loops are not where we are supposed to end up. We are not supposed to end all of our projects and all of our potential in our mind. When we think, I'm not capable of that, I'm not strong enough, I can't do that, that is an old version of ourselves that was in a situation and in an environment where the capacity was lower, the capability was not there, the resources were not available. But you are not that person anymore. You are not in that place anymore. And this is the stage where you don't listen to those thoughts and you keep moving forward anyway. The most successful people did not listen to their negative thoughts and then give up. The most successful people heard those thoughts, realized it was not who they are or what goals they had set for themselves, and they kept moving. And then eventually, their nervous systems healed as it was proven to them over and over again that they were capable. They healed their nervous system. They continued making the right decisions in alignment with their highest purpose. And then their thoughts changed. Their thoughts shifted. The thoughts of imposter syndrome and things like, I can't do this, I'm not strong enough, I'm not capable enough, shifted to, I can do this, I've done it 5 times. I can do this, I'm so capable of this. This is one of the funnest things I've ever done. I didn't even know I would have this experience. I didn't even know I could have this opportunity. What fun. We shift as people, and this shift is important. If you keep yourself stuck, if you don't keep moving forward after you've changed your environment, you are going to trick yourself into believing that you are the old version of yourself, and you are not that old version of yourself. It is time to be seen. It is time to be heard. And you know that because we always know what is right for us. And that is what living in alignment is. It is when we finally align ourselves to what we truly know, not with our mind, but with our soul, with our heart, what we truly know we are meant for. And why is there this disconnection or this disharmony or this just discouraging feeling within us that makes us feel like we are so incapable? It's because of comparing ourselves to other people. It's because of filling our days and our lives with things that don't serve our highest vision. For some of us, we don't even have that vision because we haven't taken the time to stop distracting and dissociating ourselves from that call that is within us, and it is within you. I don't care how many negative thoughts you have. I don't care how many negative things you have to say to me. You have a call deep inside of you. Your inner child knows exactly why it was born. And it tries to tell you, but you're stuck because of your mind. And I think that, it's your right to realize that you are capable of so much more. And I think at the end of the day, that's a reason that I'm here. My inner child wants to be seen. Call it ego, right? If you want, but that's not true. The reason community is so important, the reason that I feel like I need to be a mirror for you to see your potential and your power is because that's something that all humans desire. Your inner child wants to be seen, wants to be heard, wants to be felt. Your inner child has these gifts and these abilities that only you were born to have in this world, and you are being called to do it. Be seen for doing something other than other people. Be heard having an opinion that doesn't match up with other people. Be witnessed as your truest, most authentic self, no matter who is uncomfortable, no matter whose feathers are ruffled. Because at the end of the day, there is no point if we are not going to fulfill our potential. And why is it it's your right, RITE? Because you are standing at the doorway. You are at the precipice of your new life, and I am here because you need someone to tell you, You're unhappy, you're disappointed, your heart hurts. Why? Because there is a gap this wide between who you say you are and who you actually are, okay? And what you're actually doing. In fact, there's three gaps here. You have the present version of yourself where you have these limiting mindset, a limiting mindset, thank you, and your nervous system is not fully healed. It hasn't fully recalibrated with your new environment. That's you. That's who you think you are. That's who you think you are. That's who you tell people you are. That's the story you've regurgitated for years. This past version of yourself has been regurgitating it for years, the present version there. Okay. And then you have this version of you in the future that has a healed, healthy, safe nervous system and is authentic, and your inner child is allowed to speak and scream and paint and run through the fields and share any opinion that comes through. Okay? That gap is the biggest part of that gap being closed. It's this story. It's the mind. It's the limiting beliefs. It's the story you have about yourself. And it's your right to move through to the next chapter. So flip to the next chapter, you realize something, you get this epiphany in the next chapter that makes everything in the last chapter make so much more sense. And now you're like, wait, that wasn't true because this is true. And now you're replacing these thoughts, and now that gap is closing. That gap is closing, but it doesn't close until you allow yourself to be seen. And first, who's the first person that needs to see you? It's you. It's yourself. The first person who needs to see you. The reason you feel like you need seen is because your inner child is literally screaming. It's literally screaming. The call is coming from inside the house, guys. You need to see yourself. Stare in a mirror for a while. I promise you're either going to cry or get extremely uncomfortable. And that is a really good practice. I'm going to be honest with you. I have tried recording this exact video 3 different times. I hear a train. 3 different times. The cats are getting grumpy. Hey, you guys are fine. I've tried recording this video 3 different times and I felt like I couldn't get the words out. I felt like I was not speaking it correctly. I felt like I wasn't proud of myself. I felt like I looked goofy. I felt like the quality wasn't as good as it usually is. And you know what? At the end of the day, this message is your right. And if it's your right, then who am I to take this message from you? Listen. If you are trying to find clarity and find fulfillment and get more aligned with yourself, you're the one that has to do that work. But if you need help, if you need guidance, I do oracle readings and I do energy work and that's what I've been focused on, right? Why can I only be here once a month? Because I'm just here as a mirror to tell you exactly what you need, right? And that's what I do over on a light read. And on a light read, it's where I am doing the energy work and the readings that are only for your highest good. So it's your right to step into the new life that you've always dreamed of. But if you have a hard time staying in alignment, then seek other things or just spend more time alone. Good more time in nature. If you're interested in those kind of things, they will be linked. They're always linked. It's all on my Linktree. Linktree/Good Goodness LLC. All of the things that I do are there, right? Because I am a mirror for you and you want to be seen. You want to be heard, and it's not selfish and it's not egotistical. We have a need for community. We have a need for social expansion. And I know that you do too. It is your right. It's your right. It's your right to develop into the most aligned version of yourself. It's your right to become the highest potential version of yourself, okay? And if you like this kind of topic, if you like these kind of things, go over on my Substack and read my writing, because this is what I talk about. This is what I live and breathe every day. Every day. And I'm always getting better too, right? I'm only in my 20s. I have a whole life ahead of me. If I don't think I'm going to shift a couple thousand more times, then that's just not true, right? So we're on this journey together, and it is always our right to get back in alignment with ourselves, to honor the calls of our inner child, and to move forward into this portal to this new brilliant reality. At the end of the day, what our purpose is in the present moment here. I don't know why I'm doing this. I'm offering you something here. I guess you should listen. What we are doing in the present moment is collapsing the timelines between your past self and your future highest self, collapsing them into a 0 point where anything is possible and magic happens. And that is why presence is important. And your presence with yourself is more important than anything else you are ever going to be able to do in this lifetime. Be you. Who you actually are. Okay? Because it's your right. It's your right. Anyway, see you next month.